On tonight's video, we have a little bit of a mishmash that we are going to put together here. This is something that I was wondering and thinking about, and the question was, have you ever wondered what would a allocated bottle of tequila taste like blended with an allocated bottle of whiskey? Is it great? Is it terrible? Am I going to get any notes on the palate and the nose? And I'm going to look to get that answer tonight. And now I'm not talking about just any bottle of whiskey, any bottle of tequila. We have Fortaleza Reposado as our tequila of choice. And we have Weller 12 Bourbon coming out of Buffalo Trace. I'm going to take both of these bottles. I'm going to blend them up in my Glen. And we're going to see how this is. So let's go ahead and dive right in and see how this turns out. So I don't know why I thought of this, and I may get a lot of hate, maybe a lot of love, you know? Hey, we're experimenting, we're going to try something new. But let's go ahead, we'll start with the Fortaleza, the Reposado. You know me, I'm always commenting about how beautiful these bottles are. This is one of my all-time favorites. Let me know in the comments if you've had Fortaleza, what your thoughts are on it. I've been lucky enough to pretty much try just about every release from them. But let's go ahead and get this poured up. I have typically always been a fan of tequila, and really fell in love with some of the tequilas that are coming out and being put together these days. So, okay, we have our Fortaleza Reposado poured up in the glass. Here it is. Okay, let's go ahead and get our Weller 12. This is going to be a fresh crack. Okay, and this is a Weller 12 coming from 2023, so one of the better batches of Weller 12. Let's go ahead and get about a ½ ounce poured up in there. Okay, I might be regretting my decisions already. Okay, we have our Frankenstein concoction blended up. Here it is. I'm going to let it mellow for 1 second here. I'm going to start to blend it and stir it. And then I'm going to see if I can pull out any notes on the nose and any notes on the palate. So let's go ahead and we will get this stirred up. That is a little bit of a heavy pour. We'll see if my wife wants to drink the rest of this. Probably not, but you know, we'll see. Okay, on the nose, it smells like straight up tequila. And we have a nice color on this. It's very much a light honey on here. I do pull a little bit of the oak in there, almost like it was an extra añejo tequila, if anyone's had an añejo. But you're definitely getting a lot of that agave note on there. It smells wonderful, but just with a touch more of that oak. Now, typically with Weller, you get a lot of those sweet fruits. If you think about Weller 12, especially the 2023 release, you think about 107, you usually can pick up a lot of that. The fruit is pretty much all but omitted on this. Like I don't smell that at all, but I do smell the 12 years of age coming through from the Weller 12. Okay, let's go ahead and dive right into the palate and see what we pick up. Wish me luck. Oh, oh, whoa. That is not very good. You know, probably shame on me just for, you know, thinking this is going to be a good science experiment. The finish is actually not bad. As I'm sitting here and it's kind of burning the inside of my mouth, the finish isn't terrible, but it is very well balanced. I think I blended the ratios up just right here. I'm not actually pulling too much of the tequila. I'm not pulling too much of the bourbon. Like, it is a nice complement. But I think I'm going to stick to, you know, keeping the spirits separate, you know, after this first taste. And who knows, maybe I will take some of this and I'll throw it in a sample bottle and let it age a little longer and let it just mellow and sit together. Let those, you know, alcohol esters kind of sit. I don't know, maybe that'll work out. But Let me go back in for a second sip. Let me see if it opens up a little bit more now that I have this weird Frankenstein concoction on my palate. Okay, it kind of takes your breath away. And we're talking about Fortaleza here. This is coming in at 80 proof, and we have Weller 12 coming in at 90 proof. So we're not talking high alcohol content for these, but the combination of these both is definitely kind of a showstopper when it comes to, sipping this on the palate. The finish, I will say though, second sip is wonderful. It's actually really a good complement of both of the spirits here. Different, yes. Good, no. I probably wouldn't recommend this. Hey, if you have someone who's going to be a little reckless and maybe wants to do it, give it a shot, But I wanted to pull something, and maybe if I did the Fortaleza Blanco with the Weller 12, or maybe that'd be a little better, but I think with some of the age on the Reposado, definitely the age on the Weller 12, it's a weird concoction. Up front, the mid palate, funky, weird, not very good. And kind of hot, takes your breath away. The back and the finish, that's where it's at. So I appreciate you tuning in, checking out this weird Frankenstein, I guess you could call it a review. I plan to do some more of these, try some different blends, mix things up, and just see if we can take our spirits to the next level. I might have some wins. I'm probably going to have a lot of losses, case in point. But it was fun to try something different. I now need to figure out what I'm going to do with the rest of this. So I'll go see if my wife wants to have it, So, all right, everyone, I appreciate you watching. Thanks as always, and we'll see you on the next one.